There is something I wanted to talk to you about, which because of this, specificity of your work with Rolfing and how so the whole work with Continuum is about the fluid system and how we can engage with this fluidity. And we do it with movement and we do it with sound. But I was curious about touch and about how we use also touch sometimes. You can use touch to increase perception and sensations and in different ways. But I'm curious to, within your own practice as a rolfer and the sensibility of touch that you have, if you could just give us something of your experience or what you've learned or what's
Yeah,
in
yeah. Well, I had my main teacher before Emily was Ida Rolf,
yeah.
and Ida Rolf also had a vision for humanity.
Hmm.
And her vision, though, was much more in the integration and harmony of the biped, the humanoid structure being functional between sky and earth.
Right.
So she was very big on alignment and integrity inside of the body in that way. The segue between Ida Rolf and Emily was that Ida Rolf said connective tissue is an intelligent organ.
Right.
It's an organ of perception,
Mm-hmm.
and it tells you where you are in space.
Right.
Yeah. And she was saying we are making changes in the structure through interacting, engaging with the connective tissue system of the body. Mm-hmm. And as we gave that system good information, mm-hmm. it helped the brain. And science is coming in way after she had this vision and corroborating it. And so she was saying, give this system good information and it will be able to correct the corrupt code that has crept into that system, given surgeries and falls and emotional habit patterns that have obscured our integrity from our awareness. So, and then she said, and then gravity is the therapist. So we have this engagement, the system corrects itself according to good information, it gets an upgrade, and then the person's awareness, once they get up and again go back into their world, it's up to there's a piece that has to be integrated through their own work and awareness. Mm-hmm. So that's Rolfing. And it works, and I love it. I get very engaged with people, and the puzzle of how I meet them and they meet me, and how I find this dance with them. Mm-hmm. The connective tissue is, as I see it, is the container for the fluids in the body. Mm-hmm. So the connective tissue wraps everything that is fluid.
Right.
And connect all the different channels of fluidity. Right. And so you put the intelligence of water with the intelligence of the connective tissue system, and you start to have this pathway in that also works with sensation. Mm-hmm. And this sensation and the intelligence of water is another avenue for integration and for the dissolution of denser places that have been immobile and unresponsive and not integrated into the system. Mm-hmm. So I find that the continuum takes you into a zone where you start to work with yourself, mm-hmm. Independent of somebody else's knowledge, and you start to follow pertinent sensations, which then lead you to the places where the body would like to have your attention. Mm-hmm. And in certain cases, you are finding movements that feel very much like you're rolfing yourself.
Right. Mhm.
So you come up against strain patterns, and you have a way, you find your own way. How do you challenge those patterns? What speed do you go? How much intensity? When do you back off? And so, yoga is doing something similar, but this is a free form, find your way, and listen to your body,
Mhm.
and not in any particular pattern.
Mhm.
So I do believe we are working with ourselves that way. And at the same time, I had to shed that skin of being the only way I knew how to relate to my body.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's sometimes shame, um, but this sense of it was the lens I kept seeing my body. What's tight? What needs, what am I fixing today? What am I fixing today?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get in here. Let's fix this. Let's fix that. And even though I was listening to the body, it took me a very long time to realize that I was too narrow
Mhm.
in the realms of possibility of other sensibilities that were dying to be developed if I would give them a chance.